Good morning, everyone, or good evening, wherever you are. So I am doing a reading for a friend of mine in my online support group. So this is a pretty in-depth, tense reading. So I have allowed cards to, come out. I'm just going to quickly show. So, okay. She asked 3 different questions. This here, Ace of Cups, Temperance in reverse, is for the first question. For the second question, we have the Eight of Swords sideways, Queen of Wands, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Tower, the Four of Wands in reverse, Seven of Wands, I'm sorry, Six of Wands and Seven of Wands. Like all of that's wands except for the Tower and the sorry, I'm trying to not let my laptop fall off my desk. And the Pentacles there in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles. So, and then for her her third question here, we have the Empress, the King of Swords, the King of Wands, the Two of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, and then the Sun that is sideways. So, okay, this is a pretty like I think I already said it, it's a bit in depth, but I am pretty much willing to take on anything, mostly, really, that's just the way I am, okay, sorry, I don't have my big light on. Might be a little dark in here. Hold on a second. Okay, press play. I don't know if the music is visible to YouTube. Okay, so her first question was about a dream that she recently had where she was running. Hang on, I'm going to actually go to them just to make sure. Sorry, y'all. So my friend, I'm going to call her Nira. And I'm going to her questions. Okay. So her recent dream, she had a recent dream about running through a field at the base of a mountain and was wondering what that could mean. So this question, I have 2 cards for it, but I'm going to kind of elaborate and integrate at least the sideways ones with it. But so Nira, I call her Nir also, but your dream. So you got the Ace of Cups and you got the Temperance in reverse. So this has to do with your dream. The Ace of Cups are emotions. And the Ace of Cups is like the best really you can get. What's interesting is the Ace of Swords is coming up later, or it's still part of this reading, but as far as your dream, You know, it has to do with happy feelings and friendship. I got my book open here too, just to glance. Emotional. Okay. So, release is one of the words under the description, and I kind of, that's what I'm feeling, especially with everything else that came out with this reading. It's a lot. It's a very heavy reading. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat or anything. But it's not bad. It's just very heavy, and I mean, I think that you know that when the questions that you asked me. Temperance. The Temperance card, while it is in reverse, it has to do with patience. So it's reversed. So you are, okay, so hold on a sec. Let me go real quick back to that Ace of Cups. Okay, so you were, running around the base of the mountain. You're safe is what I'm getting. Maybe before you could have had a dream that you were like floating or at the top of the mountain lost or something. I mean, if you were standing on top of the mountain like Titanic, I'm the king of the world, that's different. But, or hold on, actually, it could mean you're at the beginning of something. You're at the base of it, actually. Not a bad thing. You're running through the field. You're searching for something. You want to be happy. I mean, we all do, of course. But you are okay. But it's like a frantic energy. Okay, so you are having difficulty. I'm just thinking about dreams and how when we go to sleep, you know, like our subconscious mind it's always at work, you know, it's just like this machine kind of basically. And so it's running through the field. It's running off of various things that have been put into it due to your conscious thoughts. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Due to things that you've been through and have seen, you think it in your conscious mind. I'm sorry. You think it. You're aware of it. You think it, and it gets stored in your programming. Okay. And I feel like dreams can be a mixture of it. So, you know, after studying mindset and manifestation and spirituality, I don't get too hung up on dreams. I love dreams. I still love some dream interpretation because I don't rule it out. I do think that a lot of the time, sometimes, our dreams, they're coming from our subconscious or they're coming, you know what I mean? Like sometimes they may mean nothing. It could have been from some thought that was stored in your subconscious from you were in like middle school, and it just like means nothing, but it became a dream because our subconscious minds, they don't think, if that makes sense. They do not think. Our conscious minds, we think. We're aware of it. We know what we're thinking. The subconscious, like I said, it's just like a machine. I have often heard it's like basically like, you know, like a printer. Your conscious mind is like, you know, or you send the blueprints to the subconscious mind and it just kind of prints it out. So I don't want you to get too hung up over the dreams, but I think you are stressing. I think you are maybe caught up in a situation, but you don't want to be. You want balance and happiness and friendship. Your emotions are strong. You got the Ace of Cups, but your temperance is in reverse. So you're in limbo and stuck. So I hope that helps with answering that question. And then moving on to the next here about your grandparents, if they are okay. As I was shuffling the cards and we got, like a decent line here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, basically 7 cards. So my laptop just got out, freaking fell. Okay. Hang on, I'm gonna put this here, move these over. Okay, so this is gonna be about your grandparents. This is sideways. The 8 of Wands, sideways. Or, I mean, not wands, I'm so sorry, swords. So there's like this difficult challenge, like a bondage of something. Let me go back to, because I did look at all these and everything. Okay, here we go. So, okay, so this is just kind of like looking at the description of the Eight of Swords. So like you got someone tied up, obviously. It's sideways. So this is kind of what I'm getting. When they were, they're free now, basically, is what I'm getting. But before they were not. Before they were struggling with restriction and negativity. Some of these words here, imprisonment, entrapment, self-victimization. I don't really see that unless they did something illegal. I don't think they did anything like really bad. But regardless, like this is sideways, so it's showing me that they had it rough on earth, but now they are at peace. They have freedom, release. Resignation. So they're like done with whatever it was that was hard for them before, okay? So I feel like that's kind of the overall energy for this question. And we have a bunch of wands and the 7 of Pentacles in reversed. So, okay. Queen of Wands. Wands mean movement. I believe so. Like, wands, we have wands. Well, not question. The next question is more, well, there's wands and swords. More swords. Okay, sorry. I bookmarked all of these. Okay, there's, what do I have? That's the is the King of Wands? Yeah, the King of Wands, he's coming. in your next question. Okay. The Queen of Wands is upright. So we have, very happy, stable, like, yes, like heaven, right? You got one wand. You don't need no other because you're stabilized. One flower, one wand, in a throne, got the crown, like, got, there's the black cat there. I don't know if the black cat's in any of these others. So to me, so a few of the words, cheerful, fun, and passionate. So just grounded to me, like they're free. Again, all of these like really are going to kind of clarify their freedom and that they are doing okay. So, I mean, that could be really the short answer for your question. I don't, but okay. Seven of Pentacles reversed. So what I get, it's in reverse, but the overall energy is up. They are okay. I feel like maybe they worked really hard when they were on Earth and they didn't get very much. They didn't, like they were trying to reap their benefits. Either that or they were trying to get away with something. I'm just going to be honest, okay? Like what I am seeing and feeling in the cards and what they mean and everything. And what, like I said, well, like whatever my thoughts or intuition, like a tower moment. I mean, that could represent you and just maybe the whole family of how you all felt when your parents left or whatever your parents were going through. I mean, this could really just like represent you, but it has two people on it that look like a man and a woman. So to me, it's almost as if what I'm kind of feeling is something happened with both of them. Like, I don't want to say like, oh, were your grandparents in a shady business or something? But hey, people do it. I mean, I've met plenty of people. And it's not like they're like people are always doing it to be evil. We have federal and state employees that are on paper employed, but their work is, it's similar to what some people get a record for. I'm just gonna say that. I don't want to rant. I don't want to rant. So then we have the four of more wands, the Four of Wands in reverse. Wands. Whoops. Okay. Oh, okay. So I did look at like most of these, the ones that, because some of these I know, especially since they have shown up in other readings, but some of these I'm not as familiar with. So Four of Wands in reverse, and this is like another indication that I understand your concern for them. Family discord, lack of belonging, no security. So there was something going on. I mean, they, you know, I mean, yeah, they're okay. They are okay now. They have like that's why this came out sideways, because they have crossed over and they're free from whatever it was. These are just, I guess, more so clarifiers, I think. But the six of a wands, like this is like them, like meaning kind of like, yeah, look, the wreath is on that one there. That's kind of, you know, like it's all like we're we are, I don't even know if this is a correct term, like we're triumphing on, or you know, our pain is over, we've won. In fact, I think victory actually was one of the words to describe this. And so that makes me think like, you know, whatever your parents went through, they could have been victims hardcore. The family discord and all that. Look, you got, it's reversed. You got two people, woman, it looks like a woman and a man, I think, to me, in reverse. So, yeah, like things just were not good for them when they were on Earth. They were really going through a lot. But I feel like now they're away from their pain, so now this should be like this. I would think they're happy. I hope so. I mean, I'm really trying to kind of analyze this here, and if that Eight of Swords would have been upright or whatever, like I would probably be. We got the Queen of Wands though too, so, and then we have the Seven. I'm still holding the Six of Wands. Victory. We have victory, right? So, so you know, let me just see real quick. Victory, I said triumphing on. Recognition, success, public praise. So whether it is angels or wherever there are that is praising them, you know, like, hey, maybe on Earth you were having a rough time, but here you are welcome. You're you know, heroic. Maybe they were on Earth as well, but maybe to society it was a problem. So I don't mean that they were a problem. Regardless, though, they're doing okay. Seven of Wands, taking a stand, challenges, defending one's beliefs, persistence. So your grandparents, they stood up for themselves. They fought, they stood with each other. And now, you know, like they stood with each other, and now here they are in victory with each other. After the tower, after the whatever, you know, problems they were facing, after the family ridicule, or after the issues, and they're in, you know, like they're in peace. Like it's sideways because it really doesn't, it can't have an up or a down, because they're in, you know, like they're in a realm or heaven, you know, as a lot, you know, common term. So their work has paid off for them, as they are at peace in heaven and happy. Okay, so the third and final question. Are there any dangers ahead for you? Okay. I don't know. How do I answer this? I feel okay. So in this question for you, you have a sun that's sideways. So right now you're just, the sun is a very happy card. And if it's in reverse, it's like you're not happy. Now remember, this is not set in stone. This is a reflection basically of what you think deep down, like in your core beliefs. Okay. And that can change, but it's like the sun right now. It's just sideways. It's not doing nothing really much. It's confused. You're confused. You're scared, maybe even. But it can turn to this, which that's what you would want. You don't want to be like this, where you're sad and, just not living the life that you want or deserve. Okay. So I'm almost wondering if there's I don't really know what if you have any type of cultural practices, but what is interesting to me is we have the Empress, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is kind of known as a dick. But then we also have the King of Wands, who is honorable, inspirational, hot-tempered, decisive, a visionary leader. So I almost wonder, are there these men in your life and you are expected to possibly get with one? Are you under some, because the Empress is here. The Empress is a nurturer, mother, typically. The Empress is strong, logical. She's on top of her. She's going to do what she's, I don't know. Who are these dudes? Is it do they represent the same guy, just some of the different traits? Or are there two? Okay, hold up. I just want to see the King of Swords, what it exactly says in here. Did I bookmark it? Where are we? Oh, we're not at 30. Okay, we ain't doing too bad. King of Swords. Oh, I want to keep that sword because you got that. Let me go that. So see, you got the two of swords. Avoidance, hesitation, reluctance, indecision, uncertainty. You're scared, girlfriend? What the heck is happening with you? Who's doing whatever to you? Okay, I'm going to the King. Come on, pages. All right. Disciplined, stern, analytical, responsible, clear, logical. Maybe he's your dad. I don't know. Hold on. This is, yeah, you asked some deep questions, but I like it. I like it. You got the Two of Wands in reverse as well for this question. The Two of Wands in reverse. Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember. Um, Over analysis, fear of unknown, no direction, which makes sense because of the question. You're not sure of what's going to happen. Like, whoever these, maybe these guys aren't even in your life, but maybe you're just, maybe you've got some dudes, who knows? Maybe you're wondering if the right dude is even going to come. But deep down, like, you want a nurturing, also, like maybe kids. It doesn't mean you have to be. It can also represent pregnancy. So, use protection. Make sure, ideally, both of you are protected unless you are wanting to be pregnant. But now what really kind of, okay. Crap. All right. So the swords, the two of swords, avoidance and decision. Okay. So to me, I don't know. I'm just feeling like you're being pressured to choose between two guys. Maybe your dad, family. The Empress could also represent your mom too. We might have a representation between the Empress, King of Wands, King of Swords. That could just be your parents, possibly, and they're trying, like pressuring you. I don't know. But like we have the Five of Swords. This is like one of the meanest cards ever in the deck. But like, you don't know what to do. You're like, look at you, like you're blindfolded, and you're like your grandparents were, and you don't want to go through what they went through, whatever it was that they went through. So you're kind of like you're a little nervous. But hold on. But wait, there's more. Don't have fear, because you've got, let me read the Five of Swords real quick to you. Bullying, deceit, hollow victory, intimidation, aggression. So like, I'm just feeling like your family has this legacy, like a mob or something. I don't know. Like, it doesn't have to be that. It could be like something super, just like codependent, dysfunctional, abusive, strict. It could just even be strict expectations. You know what I'm saying? But, and here's where I'm going to get ready to end it on the good note. See, I always feel like, so this card here, it's reversed, but like if it's not, he's watching. And we were just talking about like, logical per your sun sign and all that. Okay. You have, though, these beautiful, lovely cards. You've got the Ace of Swords. So it's in your hand. Near. You know what I'm saying? You can make this, the change happen. Look at that crown up there. All these other swords, all these other traps within your family. The generational curse? You can break that generational curse. Chop right through that shit. You don't got to be like them. You don't got to be like everybody else. You can be your own. Be happy. Happy. This is the Ten of Cups. Happy as a rainbow. It doesn't mean you're going to have a family or with kids. You know what I'm saying? The Empress is there, though. I think like your parents want you to have kids. I think that is probably part of your pressure, but they, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is their idea. Like, their idea of happiness is the traditional idea, is what I'm getting. Like, You know what I'm saying? Strict. They're strict and traditional. But, you know, they want to hold this Ace of Swords. But guess what? We are women and we have our rights. Hold up. You also, well, that first question about your dream was the Ace of Cups, which I will remind you is friendship, compassion, emotions, fulfillment, release. You want release from all this, whatever, these expectations, because that's just not who you are. And that's probably why, you know, you spend a decent amount of time online with us. You don't get me wrong. I'm glad that you're there. It doesn't mean it's like the whole reason, you know. Ace of Swords, ideas, breakthrough, efficiency, discovery, clarity, new perspective. You fight. You're a fighter. I see it in you. So I hope that this resonated for you. Don't let your parent, or don't let like anybody, whether it's a man or your family, control what this means for you, the happiness and the, you know, like control of your life. Let you be the one. Okay. I will see you in just a few. If you're, let me check here real quick. There you are. I see ya. So I'm saying, hey, done, near, okay, later.